Pasha Paroh, welcome back. So look, we're gonna get straight to it. Got a State of the Union address for you guys today. It's gonna affect everybody in the banking sector. I need your attention. United in acts of freedom. Fellow citizens, today we stand united in the face of a great challenge. The bank's gambit to close branches has continued to increase disruption in our lives personally and business, threatening the very essence of our local communities. For fear not, we do have the power to respond with acts of freedom and solidarity. I call upon each one of you to rally behind the embodiment of our shared values and aspirations. Together, we'll rise above this adversity and forge a new path towards a brighter future. Let us collectively regain our convenience, our sense of community, and show the world the power of our local small businesses, the adhesiveness of our unity, and the tensile strength of our commitment to preserving what matters the most to Americans. Are you ready to take a stand? Recent and future closures of bank branches are causing a problem. Okay, so we need to come together and be the glue. So right now, if you're a financial technology, a fintech startup, if you own or a high-ranking officer in a community credit union, if you're alpha, beta, already brought to market mobile banking service, if you have a financial advisory firm, if you're the owner of a peer-to-peer lending platform, I need you all to self-identify in the comments below. Right now. See, when you go back to the Great Depression, the businesses couldn't get access to capital, and they had to close their doors. And it threw millions of Americans out of work. The buzzword of this situation that we're currently in is known as the banking desert. The banking desert. Think about that for a moment. Think about how that sounds, a banking desert. That's what we're facing here. So, when you look at the situation, you may not think it has much effect, but increased distance and travel time with the closure of the nearby bank branch that you used to go to as your personal or for your business, now you have to travel longer distances to access banking services. That can result in a range of things from increased cost in transportation. You're spending more on gas as gas costs are skyrocketing. More time on the commute. It used to take you 15, 20 minutes. Now that's going to be complicated because branches are closing around the area. So more people from further away are going to have to go to this one bank that none of them used to go to before. So now the 5 or 10 minute wait in the banking line once you get there is going to be 40 minutes. And your commute, instead of it being 5 minutes, is now going to be 20. So what used to take you 15 is now going to cost you an hour. Now, if you and your brand is worth $1,000 an hour, it now costs you $1,000 in losses just to pay to go to the bank. Not to mention, if that's just what it costs you to your cost per hour, but you might have generated $5,000 or $10,000 worth of business in that hour, the real cost could be $6,000 to $11,000 to your business, just because now you have to travel further to the bank. Operational costs, like we said, basically are fuel. The maintenance could be a little bit, you're not going terribly far. You're not going hours away, but you're going to have to go further. It's going to affect your vehicle maintenance. And you may not think about that, but talk to people who you know that own rental car services, any type of fleet car, people that have businesses where they have trucks, stuff like that, because they can tell you those little subtle changes in distances adds up and how they have to plan and schedule the maintenance on their vehicles. Security risk. Okay. Oh, let's go back to the operational costs. So you got the maintenance, like we said, we got the employee time spent on these trips. So all that could add up and affect your profitability. Then there's the security risk. So traveling longer distances to deposit money can actually expose businesses to higher security risks, especially as the economy continues to plummet. The times that we're living in are going to become increasingly more dangerous. So carrying large amounts of cash, valuable assets will make businesses vulnerable to theft, and other criminal activities. Not to mention, we covered the inconvenience factor directly and indirectly, and the productivity loss. So like I said, you guys know me well enough to know, the very reason why some people don't like me is the very reason why you support me. We're not going to just sit by and complain and cry and boo-hoo. No. If you own a fintech company, see, they not talking to you like this. This is why you need critical solutions expert Pasha Paroh. All right? I have to come in and organize everybody. That's okay. That's okay. You guys focus on being great financial technology startups. You guys focus on being great community credit unions. You guys focus on being great mortgage brokers, great mobile banking service app deliverers, right? Financial advisory firms, and get those peer-to-peer lending platforms polished up, because I need all of you right now to schedule a meeting on my calendar, and let's discuss the exact intangibles that your company possesses that I can utilize to help make this community nationwide sustainable during these times and future state. The bank closure rates between 2017 and 2021 was only 9%, which even then sounds crazy. But it amounted in about 7,500 brick and mortar locations. And that rate doubled during the quote unquote, stay in your house period of time. Now, there's been more than 4,000 branch closings. But what we want to focus on is the geographic impact. Is rural areas. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get you guys another photo up on the screen. You know I like to keep you entertained throughout the process. All right. So the geographic impact is going to be rural areas primarily, and low to moderate income neighborhoods. Now, I know a lot of people have been fleeing from the big cities to increasingly rural areas. And then a lot of people, especially during the economic collapse, are finding themselves, even if they may not have even moved, but even if they wasn't in a low to moderate income neighborhood 5 to 10 years ago, they are now. So the impact area is going to be rural areas and low to moderate income neighborhoods are going to be continually disproportionately affected, losing access to essential banking services at a rapid pace. The decline in small business lending and activity in the areas where the branches have closed is significant, and this reduction in financial access can stifle local economic growth and job creation, making you dependent upon what and who. For how long will that last? So, entire communities are going to be affected. The terms are unbanked and underbanked individuals. Now many of you are, or soon shall become, as the banking deserts continue to grow. And I know some of you are thinking about digital banks, digital activity, banking services, but despite the rise of digital banking, 87% of banking customers had visited a branch in the past year. Let me know if that's you in the comments below. If you've been to a bank physically in the past year, just say I did. And then 28% of people have visited at least 10 times. Okay, so there's definitely some continued reliance upon the physical branches for complex transactions and personal interactions, especially on the business side. So again, I'm not saying they're not doing it right. I'm saying this is the role of Pasha Paroh, to connect the community with the financial tech, the fintech startups, the community credit unions, the great mortgage brokers out there like Primeline, mobile banking services, financial advisory firms, and peer-to-peer lending platforms, so that we can stay ahead of this time and keep our community sustainable. If you own any of those businesses, self-identify in the comments below, share this video, and state your value to the community and what separates your business and brand from others like you, and look to have a conversation with me as to how we can deliver you to more people, as this is a serious threat to the national security of America. Pasha Paroh, always the perfect day. Thank you for tuning.